Hi, I'm Carol Leos. Today I will be presenting Beksinski, a Gothic artist, Polish artist who defined the modern day heavy metal aesthetic that you see in a lot of rock albums today. Yeah, so this is a picture of him acting silly or whatever, and this is one of his paintings. This is a person looking at his paintings. Awkward. A red cross because he's dead already. So in his memory, they put like a red cross or whatever in there. Homer Simpson. I know it's out of place, but I feel like it goes along with this theme of the slides and stuff, so that's why I put it in there. So just a heads up, a little warning here. There's gonna be a lot of offensive material here and a lot of cursing, so sorry about that. Yeah. So turbulent beginnings. Nyshinsky was born on February 24, 1929 in Sonic, Poland. He was a Jew, so unfortunately, he lived through World War II, and because he was a Jew, obviously, he was sent to a concentration camp where he witnessed a lot of shitty things there. A lot of deaths, a lot of people dying in gas chambers and stuff. By the way, Sonic had like the highest like population of Jews there, so statistically there were a lot of Jews that died there, so that sucks. He survived the occupation of Soviet Russia and Poland. Shit. Sorry about that. Of Soviet Russia. So you saw a lot of crap happen there too. All this had like a really negative impact on his life, and it deeply affected him emotionally and mentally. So as a way to like uh deal with that and to cope with those horrors, he started to do art. And in the beginning of his art career, he started to do photography. So this is a picture of him young. This is, if you watch South Park, this is a really like shitty painting of like Eric Cartman and stuff. Something made in Reddit. Um, Joseph Stalin, another crappy drawing. And a paintbrush. Winging It, an educational story. This is the story of his education. So Wyszynski studied architecture at the Krakow Polytechnic College in 1955. Like I said in the previous slide, he practiced. Shit. Sorry about that, folks. Speaking out. Yeah, he began with photography, so this is some pictures of his photography. Um, a lot of sorry about that. People talking in the background. So many of his photographs were like super creepy. They're very out of the norm. Um, Super obscured imagery, out of focus faces. If it there was nudity in his photographs, it wasn't very like erotic or like sexually uh imagery. It was very non-sexual, so sorry about that. I know that's not fun, but whatever. Don't do this to me. There we go. So all of these like photographs in general, they really went against the pictorial movement, which was a representation of everything that was happy, everything that captured the beauty of nature, the beauty of life in general. Many local artists at the time had an issue with it. They had an issue with it, and they labeled it as anti-photography. Doing that, man. Sorry. Super duper fetch the Fantastic Series paintings. So Beksinski got really, really like freaking sick of like painting and stuff, and like he just started not paintings, but like photography in general. And so during the late 60s and to early 80s, he started drawing like crazy shit, like what you see here, these paintings. Woohoo. A lot of these illustrations depicted a lot of hellish landscapes, a lot of eroticism, a lot of sexual themes, and a lot of disturbing imagery. So they're very creepy when you look at them. Stuff that gives you nightmares. There is a lot of hidden symbolism within his paintings. So Beksinski liked to say that he didn't really like have a lot of like symbolism in his paintings and there was no hidden meaning. But if you really like analyze everything, every freaking artwork that he's done, like you can like find a pattern there, like a lot of symbolism that represented a lot of the crappy aspects of his turbulent life. So we reached the digital age. Brzezinski got really tired of drawing, just like he did with photography. So he started digital art in the 90s. Not one of his most popular pieces of work, but he still did it anyway, just for shits and giggles. He used a lot of computer software to manipulate any person or object within his painting. I mean, his artworks. As you see here, he placed a head or face or whatever in a wall and he just manipulated it. And the same thing here. He grabbed the face and he just freaking blew it out of proportion. A lot of critics disapproved of these artworks and they labeled it as very uncanny and that they've lost their uniqueness uh, from the other pieces of art that he has done. Fans also disliked the series, deeming it as overproduced and extremely uncanny, like very, very unlike him. They wanted him to go back to drawing and painting instead. Um, Beksinski continued to create digital art until the early 2000s, and then he started drawing and painting again. Um, yeah. That was Nirvana All Apologies. Great, great freaking song. Anyways, legacy and death of Beksinski. So unfortunately, Beksinski was murdered by his landlord's son in 2005. The argument consisted of $20. Beksinski was pissed off because he didn't get $20 back, so the landlord's son stabbed him 16 to 17 times. It's pretty effed up. Beksinski, even though he's dead, he still made a name for himself and changed the art community forever. I mean, just look at all the replicas and copies and inspirations of his artworks in general right here that I'm displaying here. Thanks to him, artists no longer have the pressure to create perfect art, and they can create as uncanny and weird as they want to. Um, his life may have not been perfect, but that allowed him to create some of the most ass-kicking pieces of art in the 20th century. Yeah. So this is my works cited page, and I got it from three. My works cited page have three freaking sources here. Included some really like funny imagery here. Um, Breaking Bad, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Christina Applegate, some weird black kid, Finn from Adventure Time. Yeah. Um, One last thing. My thoughts on Beksinski. I think he was a freaking good artist. I think he impacted art and turned it into something better. He changed art for the better. I feel like right now we live in another golden age, a resurgence of like horror themed paintings and art, and I'm just glad that I discovered him, because he also changed my life for the better. Thank you, and have a good night.